Hello, and welcome to Archangel's live stream. I'm going to do the live stream today, obviously. As you can see, there is, you know, this is my hunter. I'm not gonna stay on my hunter. I want to switch over to my Titan. And as I promised when I first started this with my Titan, I told you guys I would not play my Titan without it being part of the live stream. I really wanted to play him tonight. I was dying to play him. And I was like, no, I can't because I'm not doing a live stream. Then I was like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm going to start up a live stream so I can play my Titan. I'm trying to get my Titan up to level 20 so I can test it out. I got a few things I want to test out. So I have a piece of equipment on my Titan. I believe it's a chest plate that gives him basically auto rifles continually recharge. I have the hard light, which is an auto rifle. But I also have my cold heart. And cold heart is supposed to be you sacrifice auto rifles to power it. So with that being the case, I'm hoping to give him... Oh, I got two shot ghosts. Well, still, basically, what I'm looking at is my Titan is if you look, it says auto-loading link steadily reloads a portion of your equipped auto rifle's magazine from reserves. If this works for my cold heart, then I'm going to give my Titan the cold heart. That's going to be his or her weapon. But I gotta wait until I'm level 16. And I'm only level 12.
Io! The whole place hums with energy left behind by the Traveler's unfinished work. No wonder Guardians considered this site sacred. Now that Kate is back in the fold, all we need is to find Ikora, make the Vanguard whole again, and bring down the Almighty.
Babe, I've had something caught in my throat for a while now. It keeps making me having to clear my throat.
Of all the places I've been in all the years since my rebirth, this is where I return. Untouched. I came for answers. I stand here, still, with nothing.
Ikora, Zavala is forming a resistance, and he believes...
What good is a resistance when you are the only one who would survive? I believe this Ghoul creature knows the Traveler blessed this site. I believe he sent his legion to find something they could never possibly understand. And I believe they will continue to desecrate all we hold sacred. Save this place, Guardian. Do not squander this second chance.
My character looks so sad when that happened. Now I know what you guys are gonna say. If I'm a guy, why do I have girl characters? So when I first got Destiny, I had created the characters. When I got the original Destiny transferred the characters I already had over, and I had become attached to them, as you know, because I've played them. I've played enough of them.
Red Legion ships have been in and out nonstop
I don't know
since I
about
got here.
you guys, but I'm
We
one
need
of
to know
those
what they're
people who,
doing.
the longer I
Get
play
into
as the
that
character,
base.
the more that character
Look at the
becomes a
sky.
part of
What is that, Ikora?
me for
Energy.
gaming,
The
and
Traveler's
just to give up on
energy.
that character,
What have they done? This is my fault.
but just
I
to,
could've
you know,
stopped
give
this.
up, just to give up
There's no way. Not without your light.
what,
I am more than just my light. I could have tried. I should have tried. But after all these years, dying, being reborn, dying again, the Traveler has left me with one life, and I am afraid to lose it.
That might happen anyway. Gaul has a weapon that can blow up our sun.
What? Why would he destroy what he's worked so hard to conquer? Get into that base. There must be answers there.
I'm just one of those people, I guess, who just becomes part with my character and can't give
Looks
up
like
on
the
the
Legion's
character.
packing up, Ikora.
Find out what they're shipping. We need every scrap of intel we can get.
The Vex never stop, do they? There are as many theories as to why they do what they do as there are cryptarchs in the cryptarchy. Everyone's gone.
Keep looking. It's not like the Cabal to invest so much in a base and just abandon it.
But yeah, so live streamers,
coming
this
up on a
is what's
big
going
drill.
on.
A drill?
We're just
Are
kind
they
of doing
mining the
this.
Traveler's energy? No, it's not light. It can't give the Traveler's blessing. Not to me, not to Gaul. Or could it?
Ikora,
What's wrong?
Taken rifts. Defensive wards, too.
The Taken.
Why are the Taken here? They have no leader. Oryx is dead.
The Taken will always be drawn to the Traveler's energy. They are no longer Fallen or Hive or Cabal. Oryx changed them with the dark powers he stole. Wait. Is Gaul's plan to do the same, but with the light? That has to be it. be mining the Traveler's
if you guys will
remnant energy
notice,
in the hopes of transforming
my
himself and the Red
ammo
Legion
is
into
constantly
wielders of the light.
refilling
If he succeeds,
from
he will become
reserves.
immortal,
See?
unstoppable.
It
We have
refills
to tell
from
Zavala.
reserves.
Meet me outside.
And that is what is so this is exactly why I want to get my hands on why I'm hoping my cold heart will transfer over. So, the cold heart requires the use of auto rifles, like what I'm using right now, to power it up. Right? So, I'm hoping that even though it says trace rifle, it works the same in respect of what it uses.
All channels, this is a Sky Shock alert. Someone or something drew the Taken here.
Asher Mir? Is that you?
Irrelevant. The Taken are sapping the moon's energy. I hypothesize that Io will implode if someone does not intervene.
Guardian, we cannot lose this sacred place. Do what must be done. Stop the Taken.
Looks like the Taken are conjuring some kind of portal.
Stop them! Doubtless those mindless vermin intend to summon every last one of their spectral friends to devour this moon.
There it goes. Looks like we closed the portal.
And why am I still seeing abnormal neutrino scattering?
Hang on. We're gonna take a closer look. We definitely didn't close it.
Ah, remedy this mess, you fools!
portal's closed. We're clear. Ikora, I know this place is important to you, but...
There's nothing for me here on Io. I have one life left to give, and I will give it gladly to stop Gaul. We leave now.
Don't be so hasty. Ikora Ray, we must talk. And as for you, meddling guardian, I have a few choice things to say to you.
Alright, up a level.
There's nothing to suggest. I don't know. Get someone to explain the big words to me. You are seriously telling me you have access to a Golden Age AI, and you're letting it just sit? Ikora tells me that Commander somebody, I don't care, has a plan to attack the so-called Almighty. A plan unsupported by any data. However, there are remnants of an old interplanetary defense network here. We shall use it to assess the Almighty's capabilities. Then, we will tell Zavala precisely why his plan is wrong. And oh, I will relish that. Meanwhile, I refuse to squander valuable research opportunities. Therefore, you shall be my assistant. Go. All this talk wastes my time. Element 922. Planning. Radiolarian fluid and exposure to high heat. This is why I work alone. This is why I work alone.
love you too.
As we all know, Zavala plans to attack the Almighty.
Typical Titan idiocy. I'm sure he thought, Gaul has a sun destroyer. I don't need a plan. I'll simply headbutt it.
It's desperation, Asher. Zavala has forgotten he might die, his final death. Head toward the heart of the energy mining operation, Guardian. We'll use a war mine, part of an interplanetary defense network, to scan the Almighty.
Ikora, we found another drill. This one's big. Really big.
Good. That drill pierced an entrance to the war mine vault. The scanner's inside.
Gotcha. Let's find the drill controls and get it out of the way. Still in our way.
Ha! What a gloriously irritating commitment to safety standards.
There has to be a manual override somewhere in that base.
Detecting a spike in paracausal energy. Stereoneutrino particles have quintupled.
He means watch out for the Taken. You should hire a translator, Asher.
Ascendant realm readings in spades here. Down the line, this could be another one of those weird portals. The Taken are so strange. Nice work. Let's find that override.
So, I don't know what I'm gonna. I don't
we've
know if
got
I'm
the
gonna
drill
keep the
going.
solar version of this because
Good.
it's a
Return to the
basically
drill
a.
site and get into the Warmind vault. I am eager
I
to
call it hammer
discredit
time.
Vuvu Zela's plan to attack the Almighty.
Because you basically throw a hammer. So. Hurry up, stupid thing. Just warning you, I am in the middle of a live stream.
You said it.
What? How
I
come
know.
I'm on the game? Just talking to Ethan Ben. So, I'm playing Destiny 2 and I made a decision a couple days ago, which I'm kind of about a week or two ago, which I'm kind of regretting a little bit, but you hear me?
I believe he's been marooned on
I
Earth
made the
ever since
decision
his
that I was
network
going
went
to, when I started my Titan up, to play my Titan on Destiny 2, I decided that I wasn't gonna play as my Titan unless I was live streaming. That way my, viewers can just watch my Titan evolve and grow.
Cool.
They get to go through every moment until I hit level 20 with it.
Yeah,
And
it seems good.
And now, so it's like I can't play it unless I'm live streaming. Because I made that agreement. Even though, yeah, it is mine, and I could easily say, oh, forget it. I'm just gonna ignore it. And just do what I want.
Yeah.
But I'm not gonna do that to my viewers.
Cool. Seems good.
After I already told them I would, you know. So I wanted to play it tonight. I wanted to play as my Titan because I'm trying to max out I'm trying to get my Titan up because, so when you get the game, you get a DLC. You're supposed to only get it when you pre-ordered, but apparently I got it anyway. It's a weapon called the Cold Heart. It's basically a continual beam of freezing energy. Alright? but it's freaking... It's awesome. Let's put it that way.
Cool.
Well, it's a trace rifle is what it's called. But, and it's a... I don't know if you ever played any of the original Destiny. Did you?
Yeah.
So, you know how you can sacrifice certain types of weapons? Have it where you can sacrifice another weapon that's stronger into it so you can keep the look of the weapon you have. It's like that for armor and stuff. Well, there's a yellow ones are like rare ones. They're legendary equipment. Well, I have a legendary piece of equipment for my Titan called the Autumn War Rig. It continually reloads auto rifles from my clip. A portion of it. So basically, the longer I play, or as long as so if I get down to, like, let's say 1 bullet left in my clip, and I stop shooting because I have nothing to shoot at, if it's an auto rifle, it'll slowly build its ammo back up so I don't have to actually reload. And it makes the shooting longer because of it. Well, the Cold Heart is a legendary item, so you can sacrifice other items into it. But it's called a trace rifle. But the items that you have to sacrifice into it are auto rifles. So I want to see if maybe, just maybe, but it'll let me that piece of equipment will still work on it. Because if so, I have Cold Heart for another class also. But if it does work, I want to put the Cold Heart on my Titan also. Because that's just going to be freaking awesome in my opinion. So you can see why I would, why I'm hoping that works like that. Right?
Yeah.
Although, you should see the sniper that I got for my Hunter class. Fucking, oh my god. So the sniper is a legendary item, right? Called Borealis, right? And you wanna know what's so awesome about Borealis? You know the 3 type elements, right? There's Arc, Void, and Solar, right? Well, Borealis, if you press and hold square, it'll change between those 3 types. It's a sniper, but I can shoot, I can shoot a bullet out of my sniper, right? And when I do, it'll, if I shoot a sniper, if I shoot a bullet out of it, I can shoot it as void damage. So, like a void weapon. So if I know for a fact the enemy I'm facing is weak against void, and my class is, let's say, the Arc class. No, so I run Night Stalker, so let's say my class is the Night Stalker, which is a void type. But let's say I know for a fact my enemy is weak against solar. Right? And I'm gonna snipe them. I can switch my Borealis to solar and still get that solar kill. And that also works because most weapons, you either have it in solar, you'll have like solar, or you have solar, arc, or void, right? And if your weapons element matches your class element, so for example, my hunter's a void, right? So if my weapon's a void weapon, my hunter does more void damage. Oh, that's cool. Yes. Here. So, it's freaking awesome when you do it. So by doing it the way I do it, or by having that, it means I can, if I go to use my, because you can switch your class at will, if I go to use my solar class, I don't have to change out my weapon to get the boost. I can just change my Borealis's type. Which, in retrospect, is kind of cool. Wouldn't you say?
Yep.
So, although you should see my, the weapon I got from my Titan for when I hit level 20. Right?
Yeah.
Guess what my weapon is? It's a sword. Ouch.
Poorly. The Almighty is inextricably bound to the harmonic resonance of the sun's magnetic flux tubes.
What?
If Zavala blows up the Almighty, it'll take the sun with it. It's time I rejoined my fire team.
So, and so there's that, which is really freaking cool in my opinion. Wouldn't you agree? So it's an archetype, which is what I'm running right now, which I might keep my archetype because the only other one is solar, and I'm not a fan of the solar, but I don't know which one I'm going to actually keep.
Self-sacrifice. Death.
Explain.
Devotion inspires bravery. Bravery inspires sacrifice. Sacrifice leads to death. So, feel free to kill yourself.
So, landing 3 strikes within a short time grants sword ammo. That's my unspoken promise sword. And if my Cold Heart works, shoots a cold fusion powered laser. Cold Heart's laser does exponentially more damage the longer it remains on a target. So the stronger you make it, the better it gets. Which makes it much more powerful than you'd think. So, weapon mod. And so I have another one called Hard Light, which is an auto rifle. But that's an auto rifle that it's an actual auto rifle. So if the Cold Heart doesn't work, that's going to be my auto rifle. But I'm kind of hoping, you know, that I'll get lucky.
Guardian.
And that it'll work the way I want it to. Getting up, babe? Gotta go to the bathroom. So, but this is what I'm running. Nope. Dad asked me the same question. No, Jojo asked how I was feeling, and I said I was feeling a bit better than I was, and then I told her you got sick, and she goes, what was it she said? No, I think she said, that sucks or something like that. It was, that's gotta suck or something yeah, I think that's what she said was, that's gotta suck. What do you need? Okay. BRB. Be right back, you guys. I just gotta help out the wife. So, be right back. Ooh, and my favorite part's coming up, and this is gonna be saved on YouTube so I can watch it when I want. So, BRB.
Now that we are together again, we just might stand a chance.
The fact is, if we destroy that weapon, we will ignite a chain reaction that could send our sun into a supernova.
Well, at least we have each other.
Indeed. We all know what needs to be done. The Traveler must be freed.
I'm thinking the three of us and a big fat pile of explosives can get the job done. Look, I still have that Vex teleporter. It's got a limited range, so we'll have to get a little too close for comfort.
Then we get inside the city walls for it to be effective.
But without the light, an outright assault on the wall is doomed to fail. There will be no coming back.
It's worth it.
How do we get in?
You know, the city wall is kind of like this barn. Plenty of places to slip in unseen, so long as you know how.
You sure you're not one of my hunters?
Not really into capes.
Clearly. Nice poncho.
You need to get your team into the city without raising any alarms. My people and I can help you do that. We also happen to be pretty good at shooting bad guys.
Hawthorne, it's one thing for us to put our lives on the line, but this doesn't have to be your fight. You're not
a guardian? You think you've cornered the market on sacrifice? You forget that we've had to survive without the light all our lives. Once upon a time, that big white ball in the sky was there for all of us. I think it's about time we return the favor. Guardians or not.
That's great speech and all, but let's not forget about the whole supernova and complete annihilation thingy.
If we can't destroy the Almighty, we'll have to disable its weapon. And that means getting a certain Guardian on board.
We'll need a good disguise if we're going to fly right through a Cabal armada.
If it's a Cabal ship you need, there's a base nearby full of them. But it won't be easy sneaking in.
Oh, we're done sneaking. If there's one thing I've learned from Cade, it's the value of a grand entrance.
This is great. Anyone want a hug? Hugs? No? No hugs.
Oh, I love that. You gotta, when you get a chance, Ethan, and you're not on, go on my YouTube, find the live stream I'm doing right now, the Destiny 2, and there's a part, it should be about within 40 minutes in, something like that, I think. Go back, find the start of the video, there's a little video movie thing, and watch it. It's freaking hilarious. Cade, there's a character called Cade. He's a hunter for the Guardians. He's the Guardian hunter, like the head honcho. He'll sit there and go, he's like talking to this one girl named Hawthorne, right? Hawthorne drops in and he goes, are you sure you're not one of my hunters? She goes, I don't do capes or something like that. And then they make some wisecrack remarks, and a few minutes, then he goes, nice poncho. And then at the end, he looks at them and he goes, anyone need a hug? Or anyone want a hug? No hugs? Or he goes, anyone want a hug? Hugs? No hugs?
Even in war, we must find
He's freaking hilarious, let's put it that way. Zavala, or Cade, is one of my favorite characters in this game. Because he's just funny like that. Like, he does all the stupid stuff. and everything like that. He's just hilarious. The dance I have is actually his favorite dance.
In charge now. Remember that Cabal base round the way? One of Gaul's buddies runs it. Bloodguard by the name of... Catch you later.
Thumos, the immortal.
As of today, I'm reauthorizing strike operations. Strikes will serve as the backbone of our defense against... Be brave.
Losing the light was devastating. We were careless. I was careless. Good luck.
Yo. You ever figure procrastination is your brain's way of stopping you from making a terrible mistake? Yeah, me too. See, I volunteered to set up our patrol network, and I haven't done it yet. Because what if I screw it up, you know? It's so important. We use that network to run ops all over the system. Supply runs, recon, you name.
I'm addicted to this game. Oh, someone just found the Actium War rig. I laugh at that. Do you know why?
Why?
That's the chest plate that I'm currently running on my Titan. Someone just found my Titan's on chest plate. See, I need to get... See, here's one thing I hate about the switch between... So, one thing I hate about Destiny 2 compared to Destiny 1. In Destiny 1, you got shaders. You could transfer the shaders between characters. You had a place that stored them where you could grab them. Right?
Mm-hmm.
And when you activated the shader, it affected everything you had. So, if you were to... Let's say you couldn't activate them until a certain level, I think, but let's say you hit the level where you could activate them.
Mm-hmm.
You could set up the shader, so let's say the entire shader was pure purple. So it turned all of your equipment purple. As long as you were wearing that shader, anytime you got a new piece of equipment and equipped it, it would turn purple to match your shader. Now the shaders have to be applied to each piece separately, and it uses them up. So if you have 6 pieces, or let's say, so you get, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pieces of armor and 4 weapons, and then your thing there, your ghost. So let's say you're applying shaders to everything.
Mm-hmm.
That's 5 pieces of equipment, 3 weapons, and a ghost. That means 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That means you have to have 9 of that shader to match it up, to get everything matching that shader's color. And then if you, let's say you get rid of a piece of equipment because you find one that's better or that you like better. Like let's say you already had a purple one, but you find a piece of purple equipment that's actually better looking in your opinion, even though the shader color doesn't match your outfit. You can get it, but then you have to turn around and change your... You have to re-get the shader that you had, so try to find another one. And if it's one that's hard to get, you have to sit there and keep spending real life cash or whatever to try to get it. And then once you get it, you have to apply it to that piece of equipment. So every time you change your equipment, you have to keep changing the shader. But if you find a piece of equipment, if you get like a perfect equipment setup with purples and legendaries, even though you're only allowed 1 legendary, so if you have like 1 legendary and 4 pieces of purple, and you don't want to get rid of them, you like what they look like, you can just set up the color of all of them and then then anytime you get equipment that's stronger, you can just feed that equipment to your weapon, or to your armor, infuse it. But it's still the fact of it fricks with you big time because you have to keep changing the look of your weapon all the time.
Mm-hmm.
And everything, and it's just constantly, you're constantly changing your equipment, trying to make it look better and better and better. Which kind of sucks a little bit in my opinion, but... Oh, yawning. Alright, so if I complete 2 strikes, I get a legendary gear. If I complete 3 challenges, I get a legendary gear. So I think I'm going to go ahead and do 2 strikes. Because, yeah. I will take that legendary gear. I need legendary. See, I love getting legendary gear in this game.
Mm-hmm.
Because legendary can be powered up by sacrificing bad equipment or old equipment. So, for example, if you have a... For example, I have a purple sword right now. Can't use it, but because of the level. It's a 230 power, right? But let's say I'm playing and I find another sword and this sword's a 300 power. But I don't like it. Let's say I don't like the look of it, or I don't like the ability of it, or whatever. For some reason, I don't want that sword.
Yeah.
I can actually turn around and sacrifice that sword, that new one I just got, into my old sword. To make it better. I can actually right now change my sword from an arc type into a void. But there's no point in doing that because right now I'm running arc. And I'm probably going to stick with arc because even if I went to my void, the void for Sentinel sucks in my opinion because, or Titan I mean. Because you know what the void does for Titan? You know what the ultimate ability is?
What?
You get a shield. You glow in void, you get a shield, and you can shield. I'm running my the arc type right now. So my class ability, create a small barrier that allows you to peek over it while aiming down sights, and that instantly reloads your equipped weapon when you take cover. So you got a sniper and you're sniping, you drop down and it instantly reloads, so you don't have to reload. I got a pulse grenade, but I get Fist of Havoc. Supercharge your fists and slam the ground with the force of maximum, or of Maelstrom. So basically, I drop bolts of lightning down every time I slam on the ground. Oh, and when I max out its power, guess what else it does?
What?
When it's maxed out, every time I get a kill, whenever I slam and get a kill, it extends how long I can activate it.
Cool.
Yeah.
All the paths to the rest of the base are shut tight. But get me to a console. I'll take care of that.
So, I think my entire team just left. You know what that means, right?
You have a team full of bots?
No, I'm doing a strike by myself. It's supposed to be 3 people on a strike, and my teammates both just left the game.
Wow.
Well, just to be... Some people do that. They do it to be a-holes. They'll intentionally join a game just to, mess with people. Basically, it's their way of trolling, kind of thing.
Yeah.
It'd be like me. It'd be like going into Smite. Like me and you going into Smite.
And leaving. Yeah.
And then I leave, so you have to do the mission you have to fight by yourself.
Yeah.
Don't you get a ban for doing that?
Yeah.
It's basically you're putting yourself in a you're putting your teammates in. It'd be like saying, "Hey, let's jump off a cliff into the river." Oh no, looks like one of the people are still here. Oh nope, they're both still here. Okay. Well, that's good then. Either that or new people ended up getting sent with me. Who knows? That's basically what it is, though. Is like, oh, it'd be like playing Call of Duty where you have one life, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh wait, you'd never play Call of Duty. What am I thinking? That ain't gonna work.
Ooh.
I'm trying to think of what other game you might have played that I could use as a reference. Alright, For Honor. It'd be like going in to do a 3v3 For Honor, right? And then both your teammates just stand there while you have to keep fighting by yourself. You have to try to fight all three people while your opponents or your teammates just stay there.
But they'd eventually get DC'd, and well, I'm just saying the bots in that game are actually god tier. Like, it's pretty stupid, but yeah, I get your point.
Or better yet, do a situation like
Maybe we can use it.
Attaboy.
Right, grab it and what's the plan here?
Flash, man. Take the radioactive thing, put an exploding place. There's your plan.
I've heard worse.
alright, let's put it this way. You go into Smite, and instead of and then your teammate purposely, your team purposely keeps feeding.
Oh, yeah. And then you just report them. But yeah, you still shouldn't do that.
That's basically what this is. Ouch! Centurion just sliced me up. Freaking A. I just got fed to the wolves, basically. Not that I really care. Guys. My team, guess what my team just did?
What?
Revived my ass. Would you get out of my way? I'm shooting this servitor, you stupid. See, I kind of like the shield thing, though. Although they have a different shield. And the other shield is create a large barrier that can be used to reinforce a position with cover from enemy fire. So basically all it does is just cover from enemy fire. But I mean, if you put it in a doorway, you can cover the entire doorway and then your enemy's attacks do not hurt you at all. See, something like that would be kind of evil, though, like an indestructible shield that never broke, though, in like Call of Duty game. Just put it in a doorway, and you could shoot from one side, but they can't shoot, and then you just sit there and keep shooting them.
Nope, she's totally right, which is why I work alone.
He said something, and I don't know what he said.
Zahn moved in after you put Thumos down. Surprised he hasn't painted the place chartreuse to match his armor.
I'm sorry, painted it what now?
Nothing.
inside the ship again. Zahn can't be far now.
Could be some really weird defenses in there. Not just flame turrets. I'm talking real.
Don't mess with them. They need to stay focused.
So supercharge my fists, basically.
I like this place better when there wasn't a Cabal tank in it.
Why would they put a tank inside a ship?
Zahn's running scared. Don't let up, fire team.
I'm evil in this game though. I have a record. Alright, so I did two times I checked my precision shots after a match. The first time I died, so I had to start all over. And the first one was 70, I had 70 something kills, and I ended up with 39 precision shots. Now I was running a hand cannon. Okay? Basically, basically a pistol. Okay? Hand cannons are basically... have you ever seen old Western style guns where it's got like the 6-shooter? You can spin it, click it in, and take your shot? It's basically something like that. It's in that style, that shape. But they're a little bit more, they have a little bit more damage. But they're not something that you'd expect to be able to get a headshot with easily. Yeah? Hold on. One sec. BRB.